Hello, everybody. We are actually starting on time today, which is amazing. Well, sort of. Ladonia is sitting in the kitchen making us Italian sodas, so they're going to be a little late to the table. And that's why you're hearing things bang around in the background.
Bang, bang, bang.
Hopefully, everyone's day has gone well. We mostly did some minor stuff today in game on our mains. We got Talon their last Eden drop for the week. We were able to get into two of the Ishvalis Alliance raid chain to continue our relic weapon grind for this patch cycle. We are so behind on it, but I'm not sweating it too much. If I try and do it all at once, I'm just gonna burn out, and that's no fun.
And we also got a radio tool.
Now we actually got Rylea to 30, so she can actually take her white mage quest now, because she's slowly leveling, trying to get all her classes to 80. It's just
One
taking
at a
forever. One at a time. Baby steps, baby steps. No, I am here, Jenny. I can see you. I can see you lurking in the link shell. I've got like 3 different chat programs up that I'm trying to keep track of. Let's see, what else did we do today? We did get a pull of Byakko in. Did not drop him out. No surprise there.
We are one totem closer.
Yeah, we're one totem closer to the 99 we need. Like we care.
I care. They don't like me enough to do this 99 times.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do know of people who have actually had to spend the 99 tokens to get their mount, and it's like, I feel so sorry for you. I feel your pain.
Okay.
So I am finished with my paladin quest. You are finished with your black mage quests. It sounds like
Yes.
it's on to ninja, which I have pirates versus ninjas. Thanks, SE. Which do you want to do first, warrior or ninja? They're both kind of in the same place, so we might as well just start heading out.
Yeah, let's head out. Possibly ninja first. Keep an eye on you or else nobody will ever see the quest.
I'm sneaky that way. It's raining and we have no umbrellas. We need to fix this.
Yeah.
Actually, do I have an umbrella? Did Theron send me an umbrella? No, I do not, because I do not have any fashion accessories whatsoever. Ooh, we should fix that.
Considering Rylea has 2 of them sitting on market board, yeah.
Yeah, we should get some umbrellas. Well, here's a question. Tay would know. Do umbrellas actually, do our ears actually stick through umbrellas? Or do we actually hold them high enough to keep our ears dry? Come here, Eorzea. Eorzea wants to fly, but that's not for another 10 levels and one really ugly boss fight.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? What did we do during the week that we haven't gone over? Short of getting the 2 whistles yesterday for the help desk, which is awesome. It means we have, what, three whistles to go for the mount?
Yes. 2 down, 3 to go. And
He is being stingy.
70 some odd totems to go. Yeah, he is being a very cheap date.
Yes, he is.
In game, that's a lot of it. You know, just various little iterations through things like the memory shards. Outside of that, I had a package show up on my doorstep on Friday and was, what is this?
Oh,
Why is this here?
Was it Mark or Patch who sent that?
Mark. Patch does not have that kind of spare money at the moment. He has a house to pay for.
True. A very big house, from what I understand.
At least for one person, yeah. So, you know, he has a house, therefore does not have spare money. Mark has a bit of spare money and got me a game because he has a copy of it himself, had been soloing around with it a bit. Thought it was good, and wants to get me interested in it, so he sent me my own copy. And he says, you know, if I decide I don't like it, or I don't like it enough to take up space in my overcrowded little room, then fine, he has a second copy.
I'm not sure,
Mark, love you dearly, but damn.
I'm not sure, Foxfire, but the answer is probably yes.
No, there's no such thing as a naked bunny lady or any other kind of naked lady in this game. They all have small clothes on.
Yes, they all have small clothes. Unless you have a mod, but mods do not talk about mods. The first rule of mods is you don't talk about mods.
Yeah.
We actually play with vanilla, straight out of the box settings. And want to keep it that way.
Yes.
You're still viewing the cutscene. I can see that. Yeah, if it wasn't...
While we're here... Yeah, I have a few things to turn in.
Oh?
Green items.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I was just going to circuit the main plaza of Limsa and go straight to the ferry port, but
That
we
said,
can go
I
upstairs.
wanted to double check. Actually, no, that's Paladin. That's not my tanking class, so yeah, that goes away.
Yeah, I'm the Paladin.
That is Marauder. Hold on a moment.
Yeah, if it wasn't for my teeth, which I'm having to pay out of pocket for, I would be like shoving gift cards at Seawith so we can see them online more.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. Yeah, of course, Mark is not so much of a computer game person, though we ended up actually chatting about computer games this morning. No, he sent me a copy of Son of York, which is a card game for basically tactical combat in the Wars of the Roses. And it was definitely a game I'd looked at one point and said, yeah, that's certainly an interesting concept. But, you know, with lack of money and lack of space, I'll give it a pass. And then suddenly it shows up on my doorstep and I'm going, what?
As everyone's running to get out of the rain. I can't exactly blame them.
Expert delivery.
That goes away. And that goes away. And that goes away.
Sadly, I only had 2 things to turn in, and I thought I had 3, but then I looked at one of them and said, no, that's an upgrade for me.
That I'm keeping. It's a magic hat, and I'm wearing a head chest combo piece. So I'm going to keep that in case I get an upgrade to the chest piece, so I have the hat already waiting for me.
Yes. Sounds like a perfectly valid idea.
Oh, and what do we need for a promotion?
Oh, yeah, us. Not the guild.
Okay, she wants us to go on a quest which we don't qualify for yet. Yeah, it wants 44.
Yeah, that's a little ways in our...
But it is something to keep in mind. By the way, how are we doing guild-wise? Ooh, we're up to level 3.
Yeah, we hit that, like, last week.
And we actually have a company chest that's filled with materia.
Yes. I think you put those in there.
Yeah,
I sure didn't.
I think I did. Well, I can check the history. Yeah,
well, I can fix this.
It was all me. No, you don't have to. Oh, look. Or materia. I'll deal with that later. Let's go do some class quests. Chin just commented that they're giving people dungeons they can't do yet. They do that with, Sunken Temple, they do that with, like, Damsel Darkhold and Aurum Vale.
Aurum Vale is more of a case of giving people a dungeon they don't want to do.
Oh my gosh! Just before the Moogle Tome event dropped, the official Twitter for Final Fantasy XIV posted, quote, Aurum Vale is a perfectly fine dungeon!
Yes!
And oh my god! Owls! I actually replied to that as, Hark! Is that sarcasm in your voice I am detecting? I actually don't mind Aurum Vale. I don't like it, but I don't dislike it either. But back when AAR was a thing...
A new thing.
A new thing. You would go in there, and then the healer would go, oh no, I'm not healing this, and then bail.
Yeah.
It was like, you couldn't even get past the cutscene, and the healer had already bailed.
It was kind of like early Dunscape.
Yes! And part of the reason why is that originally you cross-classed, and Isuna, which is, at the time, was really important for that dungeon, would never be on any healer's bar, and rather than spending 2 minutes, go to Costa del Sol. It takes... Yep. It takes to shuffle your bar so you could have a Suna, which was very needed because the thing was stasis heavy hell. The healers would be like, nope, we're bailing. I can't deal with this. And I was
I can't heal this. I'm going to my trailer.
Pretty much. And I was like one of the few healers that regularly kept Asuna on my bar because I knew how handy it was. And I'd go in there, and there'd be this long pause, and I'm like, okay, why isn't the tank moving forward? And the tank would suddenly turn around, you're not leaving? And I'm like, no, I can heal this. And they're like, oh my gosh!
Ooh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
It was just insane. And now it's the tanks that bail. Healers stay, tanks bail. Because
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
well, part of it is that it's still one of the few dungeons of the game you cannot face pull entire rooms in, but dungeons try to do it, or tanks try and do it anyway. They die, and instead of going, oh, wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't pull that big, they blame the group and then bail. Or, yeah, Chin was mentioning that last time they were in Arm Vale, the tank was eating all the fruit on the first boss every time it popped up. And that's one that you have to very carefully manage who picks what fruit, or you don't have enough fruit to survive the encounter.
Yeah.
It's like, I love when they have tactics like that in the game that... I bet you did, Jen. Tactics in dungeons where you have to think it out, but most players just can't deal with that. And it makes me sad, because I used to be the uber, let's split the packs up into smaller bits that we can actually manage type tanks. And now everyone expects me to face pull, and it's just not fun. I do not enjoy it.
Pulling was the best.
Oh man, I made some amazing pulls. I'm afraid you're gonna have to wait out here. I'm sorry.
No. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'll read a book.
I'm sure you will.
No, wait, I don't have that class. Hurry up!
Yeah, I miss tactics in tanking instead of just face pulling and how fast can you mash buttons, which is what it's kind of devolved into. Pirates versus ninjas. Can you see this okay?
Give me a moment. Pirates versus ninjas. Oburo believes the time has come to take your talents to the field. You have trained well since we last met, Rena. I heard not a cry from the door as you entered, nor a creak from the floorboards as you drew near.
That's because I'm not a fake ninja.
Yes. It's good somebody around here is a real ninja. Exactly.
Faye is a real ninja, thank you.
Nope. Oh, so fake. He phones it in like everything else.
Well, he is a Leeson. That's the stave of Leeson. They phone everything in.
This much is clear. Neither waterfalls nor men of wood will serve to hone your senses further. No, a shinobi of your abilities receives his tutelage in the field. Consider this your first lesson in the art of assassination. Assassin Bunny. I need not remind you who our target is. He is ever the elusive bird, and yet I have come across some information that I believe may avail us. Rumor has it that Captain Grimwill of the Bloody Executioners has narrowly evaded several attempts on his life in recent days. This is doubtless the work of Karasu and his men. None other are so bold or skilled as to even consider such an attack. Nothing short of death will cause a shinobi to forsake his mission. Karasu will strike again. The only questions are where and when. Answer those questions, and it will be us paying him a surprise visit next time. Fortunately, I know of a man who might be able to give us what we seek. Captain Grimwell has a trusted lieutenant by the name of Wolfstan, a man who, if rumors are to be believed, is known to fancy a hot spring bath. I recall reading of a famous bath resort not far from here, Just, well, no, it's the other way. But the name escapes me. Have you any idea where it might be?
Oh, you mean,
Bronze Lake.
Snowmelt?
Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Camp Bronze Lake, which is actually pretty cool.
It'd be hilarious if they added Snowmelt in as a fourth option there.
Oh, that would, yeah, that would be awesome. I really like how it all turned out.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I want to deal with Housing Savage trying to get a place there.
Yeah. Why, yes, that does sound familiar. An Upper La Nosea off to the east, was it? Let us make our way there at once.
Hi, I'm back.
Oh, good.
I'm front too.
Fancy.
And now we ride to Camp Bronze Lake. Ho! Urza still wishes she could fly. So, think we'll actually get out of AAR before Endwalker drops? Probably not.
Probably not. Might make it close.
Yeah, the only thing I'm a little questioning on is that I know that they have trimmed AAR down, which is good. Particularly the patch cycle of AAR, which really needed it. But there's still enough content to be an entire other game. Okay, Chin, you have a good evening. Thanks for coming along.
Yes.
Anytime you want to hang
here.
out here or listen to us, I do keep an archive on YouTube. We always, for at least 2 weeks, you can review what we played earlier. So it's all fun and good. You get a good night's sleep. Okay, Oboro.
I had no idea that so many Eorzeans bathing. I would say it is a comforting sight, but in truth it makes me all the more nostalgic for the pleasures of my homeland. That said, seeing all these people milling about gives me cause for concern. Even with these disguises, it is only a matter of time before mannerisms raise eyebrows among the more observant types. Yes, best we stay out of sight until our man arrives. Let us keep watch from high above until it is time to act. The time has come for me to impart to you another technique, which we call Tsukuchi. You may think of it as compressing the physical space around you, allowing you to cross great distances in the blink of an eye. Go ahead, Rena. Give it a try.
This is an interesting ability, but it's actually really difficult to use in combat. And sometimes it will work to cross gaps, and sometimes it won't, and it really depends on the encounter. Hold on, let me get this set up on my bar. There you are. You go here, I believe. because it's a ground target movement ability. And unfortunately, I have to stick it in a place which is not necessarily easy for me to get at in a quick...
Yeah, no wonder it's... Yeah. Boy, doing that in the middle of combat. So, can you go on top of one of the tables with it?
I don't know. Let's find out. Have to wait for the cooldown, though. It's also kind of one of the longer cooldowns. It's a 60-second recast.
Well, better than some.
I have seen it used effectively and have used it effectively to get myself back into combat after running away.
And will it cross gaps? Like, say, the illusionary gap in Don Meg?
I think I tried it there and it didn't work, but it works for Thancred, the bastard.
Yeah. I was part of the thought.
Yeah, he actually uses this ability from jump from there to the inside of the tall Fuoth
you
Dome.
mentioned he was using a ninja, but now I know.
Yeah,
No.
I clip on the edge.
Oh well.
Bye, Marshmallow.
He's had enough of that.
Okay, Obero.
And this waiter is not serving me my meal. You have a talk with him. Ninja Bathen. Oboro is ready to proceed with the operation. I trust that Tsukuchi is now second to nature to you? Very well. I shall await you on the rooftop, but be warned. While the technique will allow you to cover great distances in the blink of an eye, it does not allow you to soar at will through the sky. No, it doesn't. The ledge on which Tsubame now stands is at a level with the roof, and should prove a suitable starting point. That said, the shinobi is ever resourceful. If you would make your way to the rooftop by other means, that will serve just as well. I'm dealing with a French ninja wave. He just disappeared on me.
And this is where Peeps gets really confused. I mean, the poor burb. Oh, bro. Oh, I forgot to talk to Tsubame.
Quite impressive, Rena. Only a true shinobi could stand where you now stand. Anyhow, this should prove a suitable vantage point. Let us keep watch until Wolfstan arrives. And it would be highly ironic if someone landed here in Chocobo right now.
The roof may seem quite far away, but use your Sakuchi technique from the edge, and you should be able to reach it with ease.
Just be of a level where you have flying chocobos.
Well, we've got another 10 levels for that.
Yep. Nothing like a steaming bath, a bottle of fine wine, and a couple of buxom wenches to ease what ails you. As far as I'm concerned, Captain Grimwell can take his bloody time. Well, monkeys don't look up, so actually that does tend to be inconspicuous. Wolfstan. Very well. Now we need only employ these bamboo breathing rooms. Descend underwater and... This is getting complicated.
Oh, Barrow, I do not question such methods had served us well in Doma, but might Boo not arouse suspicion in these environs?
Do you truly believe so? But underwater surveillance was always my area of expertise.
I have an idea that I believe is well suited to both our targets and the customs of this land. It will require a simple change of garb and a bottle or two of fine spirits. I require your assistance, Rena. As I see it, there's no way the man would refuse a drink from an alluring maiden like yourself.
Intriguing. And what, pray tell, will be my role?
I was thinking that, your talents might be best put to use overseeing the operation. Yes, from up there, to ensure that nothing goes amiss. Of course.
Of course.
Of course. I must prepare now, Rena. Meet me down below, out of sight, and I shall furnish you with the items that will serve to deliver the final blow, as it were.
Fun from above.
Unfortunately, this might be a problem. Yeah. She has a swimsuit and I don't. Not fair.
That's not a swimsuit, that's a uniform.
Yeah, it's a Cascadia you're working for. Am I wearing this properly, Rena? I'm not accustomed to a garb that is so revealing. Regardless, I will entrust this to you. Though it may appear to be a simple bottle of wine, I have made a few enhancements to the recipe.
Oh dear.
Off-duty or no, a salty sea dog like Wolfstang is certain to be on his guard. I'll start him off with an untainted vintage. Once he's sufficiently good spirits, that's your cue to step in with the stronger stuff. I suspect that once his mind is sufficiently addled, he will gladly take a swig with the minimum fuss. Now, let us begin. No, stop standing in the door. I want to get changed.
Work?
You're not helping. You're gonna make me dismiss you, aren't you? Stay there. Be a good burp. No.
Work.
Bad burp. Bad burp. What do I have that I can kind of fake a swimsuit with? The answer is not much.
No. The best you'd probably have is the racial attire.
Or my small clothes. Everyone here is wearing small clothes, so why can't I? Fine. Small clothes ho! Not like we have gun questing in this.
Well.
Everyone else is in small clothes.
Except her.
And these guys. They're all in Cascadia uniforms, the bots. Tsubami? Oh, just look, Wolfie, my darling. This fine lass is a treat just for you.
Fine wine and fine wenches. Now this is what I had in... Old wine. Sour red cooked with various medicinal spices and citrus rinds for a low flame so as to preserve the alcoholic content. Very medicinal. sis? Come to battle your friend here for Wolfie's affections? Don't mind if I do. Someone fetch me a cup.
Time for a bit of sloshing.
Hey, that's good stuff. If a bit stronger than I recall it, you should take a rest.
Oh, you mustn't be so modest. Why, I heard that Wolfstan's 7 stomachs once drank a whale under the table.
Ha! You bet. Skivvy's a good lash. Me believe duty Skiv kept me from the bottle for too long. I'm out of practice is all.
Your duties? Why, that sounds so important and exciting. I'd do anything to hear more.
Did you say anything? Well, maybe you've heard of the Bloody Executioner, that nastiest, bloodiest band of pirates or whatever sail the bleeding seas. I reckon our Captain Granwolf sunk more Garlean vessels than every other combined. And just who do you reckon keeps the captain safe from all the enemies? Why, that'd be none other than his dear mate, Wolfstan.
The navigator have mercy. Should you not return immediately to your captain? Surely he is not safe without his most loyal, capable man at his side.
Under normal circumstances, he'd be right, lass. But there's one place even I can't fall. Aleport. Aye, the man is bloody particular about his grog. Says he can't concentrate unless he's on his own. Not that I'm complaining. It's the only time we get a day's rest. But don't worry your little heart none, lassie. Nobody knows the captain's whereabouts but me, and I sure as bloody hells ain't talking. Ha ha. Lassie? Are you listening? That's curious. She was just for a moment.
And this is my cue to exit stage left. Sorry, Wolfstan. Back up top. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
And, while you're up there with him...
Yes?
Well, here's my waiter. Could you talk to him about where my meal is?
Yeah. He probably forgot doing his ninja thing. Ninja Batman thing. Well, I must say that it went even better than I expected. Let us share our findings with Obero. My costume, I stowed it away. Forever. With any luck. Do Eorzean women have no sense of shame? It's a bathing suit. Yeah, we have no sense of shame. Deal with it. I'm sitting here in small clothes. What are you complaining about?
Beachgoers felt like they'd seen everything. Because they had. Well, were you able to loosen our man's limbs?
Yeah, the guy we're looking for, he's over at Aleport.
I see. Captain Gurnwall is en route to Aleport, and alone at that. If I know Karasu, this knowledge has not escaped him. Doubtless he and his shadows already lie in wait. We haven't much time. Let us hurry to Aleport and ambush the ambushers.
And I think the storm's rolling in.
Yep. And my food still hasn't arrived.
I'm sorry, he disappeared on me before I could... Well, you know. Stay! Stay?
Work?
Not helping! I'm gonna get no peace, am I? Fine. I'll do it the cheap way.
See? My plate's empty.
I'm sorry. I tried. They wouldn't listen to me. Said I wasn't a paying customer. Whatever that meant. Now the question is, what route do we want to take?
The one that goes through every fate of the zone?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Hello, gobbies. Actually, you're kobolds, you're not gobbies. Man, where's the Mord when you need them? And now, this is where things get entertaining. Because everyone will love us. Excuse me. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Coming through.
Maybe they won't notice us in the fog. Oh, fine.
Oh, you wish.
Yes. That cowering Coochman also wishes.
Okay, we should be a little safer here. The kobolds was the only squirrely spot. But really, Aleport... I know they expect you to fast port around everywhere, but that just doesn't feel right. I've been playing these games too long. Why use fast port when you've got 2 good legs? And cheap. Passports always cost money. Yeah, what was it, back when we started playing in AAR, you could only take a fast port once an hour, so you had to be smart on when you used it. So one of the, as people know, while we're traveling, I tend to keep my ear down to different other MMO news that's going on, to see what's going on. And one of the current hubbubs that's happening, which is horrible. First off, it's a Korean MMO. That should tell you something right there.
There's the horror, only the horror you need right there.
Yeah. They released it in the West as a pay-to-play. It's free to play over in Korea. But they then repackaged it as a different game for the West that's free to play on Steam. You can actually download it right now. The problem with it is that if you have anything but a base standard run-of-the-mill keyboard and mouse, you can't play it. Because, like, my Razer mouse and keyboard and my Orb Weaver, that is enough to tip this program off to lock people out of playing it because they have illegal software on their system to, like, control mouse sensitivity and such. They're not going to get a big following in North America with that. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. They consider it cheating because you can actually, with this stuff, actually set up programmed macros outside of the game that affect the game. And I can kind of see where they're coming from for that. But at the same time, if you don't have that type of thing available, you suddenly say that, oh, only able-bodied people can play, and anyone who has, like, a disability due to workman's comp or birth defect or some other situation can't play the game because it needs those systems to be able to function within something as complex as like FF14. And you're suddenly blocking all those people out. It's just not right.
Mm-hmm.
Amoro.
Yeah. Karasu and his shadows are... I can sense it.
Yeah, so their tech support, when people called in about this, their answer was, delete those programs off your system. Then you might be able to play the game. It's like, no. I cannot function without my Orb Weaver. I got it for the ergos, and that it actually took a lot of pressure off my hand so I could play, because I do suffer from repetitive stress and tendinitis. And
yeah.
Adaptive controllers is another one. You're very correct on that, Foxfire. So having that completely blocked out, it's not you, Ladonia. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's Square.
Oh, I thought it was Pizza's fault. This Pete stares at the camera.
Ninja bathing!
I want French ninja waiters. The sun sets, and the port is cloaked in shadow. If there were a perfect time to strike.
Oops, sorry. I hate this quest because I can never get the pathing right.
Oh dear. Speak of the devil. Look at how these men walk. Those are no ordinary deckhands. Those are Imperial shinobi, waiting to pounce upon and slit the throat of any who would stand between them and their prey. Karasu is too proud to entrust such a vital mission. He is here somewhere. Of this I am certain. Rena, you move forward and search the docks. I will approach from the opposite direction. Tsubame, you secure the escape route. He will not elude us this time.
Take care to stay well hidden, Rena. Hidden from the eyes of Karasu's shadows. And yet, I fear your task will be more complicated still. For not only just men that serve Karasu, but creatures of the night. Creatures that see not with their eyes, but with every fiber of their being, giving them a wider berth, or all shall be for naught.
That should be all. Time is short. We must move swiftly.
Can I do this in time? That would be a no.
Oh, dear.
I've got a bunny on my head!
Yes, yes you do.
That's what happens when you mess up your jutsu.
And so is that.
Why is that on my bar in a weird position? You go away. Are we done here?
Maybe.
I could have sworn I got through them. And there's Karasu Redbeak.
What's this? No, no, no! This isn't how the story goes. I'm supposed to be the one that surprises.
Well, I'm sorry, Karasu, you failed on this one.
The tables have been turned today, Karasu. Now face your death like the man you once were. I must say, popularity really does have its downsides. Fine, if you're so eager to dig your own graves, then here's your bloody shovel.
That's one down. Where are you guys going? Don't leave me!
There will be no escape for you this time, you traitorous dog. I know you love me, Lord Swallow, but sometimes you just...
Yeah,
Let my blade go into your chest to say your prayers. Yeah, he went up here to escape, and Tsubami, of course, was there to intercept them.
Good
All
Tsubami.
as planned.
Obero's a good ninja, but he is kind of, simple at heart.
Looky there. Uh-oh. First, we had him just where we wanted him. He's gone. Again.
That's what he does. He did his ninja thing.
And we'll keep doing until 50.
Yeah, pretty
Yes,
much.
Foxfire, I do have to wonder about that. How can they death swap them if they can't shoot lasers?
Sorry, guys. We tried.
You can try again in 5 levels. Gah, that slippery bastard! We have come too close to abandon hope. Come, Tsubami, Rena, let us return to the safety of the storehouse and take stock of our options. Fine view of the lighthouse. Grimwill lives. Failure of this sort does not become you, Karasu. Forgive me, Master. I had an unexpected reunion with some friends. Seems they had a mind to kill me, just when I thought we were getting on so well. Your job is to give me answers, Karasu, not excuses. We can ill afford to let a few stray rats our plans. Should they return, kill them. This is your final warning. The next time you fail me will be your last. Does he have to say it like that? Fine, fine. Never let it be said that I am not.
You're cutting out there a little.
Ow.
Yay! So, back to the storehouse. Oh, right. Hehe, sorry. It's not you, it's Square. Unfortunately, we've not gotten the speed up in this zone, and it kind of feels it.
Yes.
So yeah, 5.5 drops on the 13th.
Just over 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Nurse is feeling better. She no longer feels weighed down by the ocean and the... But yeah, I've always really liked Ninja. It's just, I happen to like Dragoon more, which is why Theron never switched to Ninja, though he's contemplated it hard on several occasions. Oh no, we might be visited by the Burger Bringer! Oh, and by the way, we've got stuff to open here. In Wineport.
Yeah.
35 and 36.
One is the leaves. I'm not sure what the other is.
The other is treasure maps.
Oh, okay. Not that we can get any since we don't have any gathering skills.
We can buy them off the auction board.
Well, yeah, but that's cheating.
Again, Karasu eludes our grasp. When will the day ever come that we turn to the fire? Oh, you're getting shared a cheeseburger! Yeah, this is Chaos Burger Bringer. She's a friend of Suki and Gyoto and Faye and all that. She's awesome people.
Right.
Ooh, do I have a... Yes! I hadn't seen that one before.
And what else do I have? Here, this is really festive. And one of these. And one of those. Hey. Stop giving me not yet ready. One of those. Oh, and have one of these.
You're just trying to get rid of them, aren't you?
Yeah. In the silliest way possible. I think that's everything I have. Which is more than enough. Oh, wait, no. I forgot these. And of course, can't forget good old number 0.
What? Ah, that's... That's the button. I will pop in and do my class quest.
Yes. Bah! Once more, the Bloody Crow has managed best laid plans. It is as if his skills burgeon with each encounter, but how could this be? Has he perfected some new training regimen since coming to Eorzea? But there is no time to dwell on past mistakes. Since the times of my ancestors, failure in one is unacceptable for a shinobi. My mission will end in success, Karasu's death, or failure, my own. But all is not lost. Karasu is not the only one who is fighting beside you back there. At times it felt as if we'd trained together since childhood. You have shown remarkable focus and aptitude for art, but you must grow stronger still if we're to have any hope of triumph. Devote yourself to your training with the entirety of your body and mind, and Tsubame and I will do the same. I await your return, Rena. And Peeps has had enough of peeping in on you.
Yes, yes he has. And next quest will be available at 45.
45.
And will come with gear.
Yes.
Dun dun dun. Oh, Blue Mage. Gotta love Blue Mage.
Fine.
Blue Mage, one of their abilities is to explode.
Yes.
It kills you. Yes, someone just used self-destruct.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully she'll be hopping in the Discord link, which is just fine. We have all the silly stuff. Yeah, one of the problems about having all 80s is the idea of what your main class kind of gets a bit fuzzy. Yeah, I've got a feeling they're going to be a live letter, I believe, on the 5th, which is coming up real fast. And I would not be surprised if they dropped what the new melee is going to be. But they generally like to drop the new classes with the last last patch update. That way people have a chance to level them up so that they can run the new story with the new classes. Because there are people who really enjoy doing that, and I think that's fine.
Sanctuary.
A lot will depend on when the pre-orders go out.
Yeah.
Because that will probably come in with the pre-order.
Yeah.
At least that's my bet. The timetable is going to be a little squirrely. We're going to have kind of a content drought between 5.5 and when Endwalker drops. But Endwalker is supposed to drop late summer, early fall. Which, in the great scheme of things, is not that far away. I am going to switch feeds.
To Bunny Cam. Oh, wait, you're already on Bunny Cam. Bunny Cam 2?
Bunny Cam 2.
Bunny Cam the sequel?
Mm-hmm.
Curious Gorge Cam? Curious Gorge goes to Wineport. Curious Gorge would share with you a shocking revelation about his tribe's past. Hello again, my friend. It's quite obvious that you have been anything but idle in your training since last we met. Your progress is heartening to look upon, truly. But it also serves to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skills. I fear my worth on the battlefield is diminishing by the day. Yet I am certain that my studies of the Chronicles will yield something of use. In fact, just last night, I discovered how the warriors of my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's progress with the axe, the armies of the city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training regiments. These are the self-same techniques I've been instructing you in, Ladonia, ones which call upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Yes, their soldiers became nigh on unstoppable, but they also became wholly uncontrollable, and both friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-states laid the blame for these atrocicies solely on the feet of my kind, and promptly banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it, or so the chronicles say. What I find hard to grasp, though, is that never once during my training did my brother hint at this dark history, nor have I myself ever seen one of my tribe succumb to the rage that the chronicles describe. Could it be that the tales are mere falsehoods? Stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name? Who in their right mind would seek to sully something so pure, and why would my ancestors simply bow their heads and suffer such ignominy? That my people should be so weak, so utterly bereft of pride, is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. Matters not if these claims are groundless. If they prompted my tribe's art to fade into obscurity, then the damage has already been done. Now, I, for one, will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people will give the lie to the stories that have so tarnished our reputation, it shall have to be me. But once again, I lose myself in history and forget the present. If you recall, I spoke to you of my former comrade from the Company of Heroes, and the great woolly beast we've been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose, and to toss of ponds of salt on the wound, fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent residents of Wineport. Were you and I to succeed in quelling the threat, surely the people would see that warriors are no fearsome beasts, but valuable allies. Together, Ladonia, we will win back our proud name. Now, let us away to Wineport and meet with the captain of the militia.
Right, off to Wineport it is. Zoom.
Zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom. Excuse
Is
me.
this 1 or 2 zooms? It's certainly not 3.
I think it's just 2 zooms.
Going around the long way, as opposed to the docks?
Out of habit, yeah. Sorry. I could have gone to the next, couldn't I have?
Right them!
Did I ever tell you how much I'm a cheap butt when it comes to travel in this game? I have 2 perfectly good feet. I know how to use them.
And yet you're not using them. You're using Eorzea's.
Well, yeah. There's actually been time, because the scenery is so pretty, that I've purposely walked from one end of the continent to the other on walk while sitting in queue waiting for the timer to pop.
Oh, that's a long timer.
Late night DPS queues.
Yeah.
They are no joke. Oh my gosh. I think the worst one was trying to get into the monastery when it was current top content for Theron, late night, and he was clocking 300 minutes. And I'm like, I'm in for the long haul, dude. Who's gonna pop first? And I almost guarantee you it ain't gonna be me. Oh, and look, it finally popped.
After 5 hours, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
5-hour tour.
I mean, people are running Eden all the time right now. And it's considered current top level stuff. And Gyoto had a good 30 to 45 minute wait just to get into, like, Thanjit or Eternity.
Yeah.
It was kind of painful.
Stop here.
I think you went here. I'm gonna go sit on a bench over here.
Yeah, you stay out of this. The militia is involved.
I bet.
My friends, Wineport is much obliged for your aid. The fiends come relentlessly, and what few able-bodied men we have find themselves hopelessly overmatched. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that they are currently left without any manned defense. Leave the defense to us, my good man. I will secure the western gate. Yes, he is the brute squad. Ladonia, you defend the town from the east. Together, we will form a bulwark that not a single fiend can penetrate. Once the enemy has been driven back, we will return here to back up the captain. Got it, Ladonia?
I assume that was followed by a stoic nod.
I don't think he gave me enough time for a stoke nod.
So the first thing the idle camera zooms in on is a bunch of wasps.
Yeah, well.
Thank you, idling camera. Love you too.
Oh, look, a fate, which is thankfully too low level, and a fight. Think anyone's coming? Ah, I guess someone's coming. Just because. That went down really fast. I'm here struggling to attack something and not realizing that my target has gone down already. Man, you are wimps!
Yes, yes, they are wimps.
I'm kind of trying not to...
Wimps that are ganging up on you.
It didn't work for the last set. Yes, Mr. Not part of this quest, please go away. Okay, he's taking a little more. Okay, now it's starting to get serious.
Oh, look out! She's getting serious!
I'm not getting serious. They're getting serious. Okay, I'm
No,
hearing
no,
the
we're not
fate.
going to do Pharaoh serious for some time still.
Thank goodness. I do like it, but yikes.
The most hated dungeon by every dancer known to man.
Oh dear.
One of the bosses in there, you have to be very careful not to kill some of the outside rim spawns,
Right.
which are all inside the standard step range for dancer. So all they can really do is auto
now
attack.
you decide you want to have a piece of me.
They just sit there and auto attack because if they do anything else, the boss enrages and the party wipes.
Yeah. That would be ill-advised. Okay, going well so far. How's things here? Thanks to 12, you're safe. We have need of your skills yet. I just heard a scream, and I fear that one of the beasts might be loose within the village. Come with me. Ooh, Cinny. I might need you to drop Purdy for me. This is probably going to turn into a thing in the middle of cinematic. And try and boot me out.
Just watch.
Uh-oh. Gorge?
You monster! Get away! Get away!
Monster? I... Come no closer, Lodonia. Ah, big of you. I must return to the falls. So you get an independent duty and I don't. Is that fair?
No, but it is what it is.
Whatever's gotten into Curious Gorge. 'Tis true he fought like a man possessed, but mistake him for the very beast he hunts? Methinks the child's parents have been feeding her a few too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, friend. I shall speak with the villagers and clear up this most unfortunate misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and assure Curious Gorge that Wineport is indebted to him for his aid. Okay, to the falls! Right, Eorzea.
She wants to fly. Can't fly yet.
Oh,
Your
still
rage
can't
is holding
fly.
her down.
Sorry.
Here, one fairy skipper made to order. Ooh. Got a little kobold encampment over there. I think we've destroyed that place like twice now already. Usually we want to go this way. There's George. Or Gorge.
Yes.
Still looks like George to me.
Yeah. Ladonia, please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know that I was in complete control of my inner beast, I now realize that to the layman's eye it may have seemed that, well, the opposite was true. Mayhap it was this very misapprehension that lent weight to the lies which led to my tribe's disgrace. And if that is the case, then perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavor to reassess their message in light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul crystal, Ladonia, it sparkles. Does the soul of the warrior have aught to reveal to you? Any whispers of import? If only they hadn't forsaken me as they did my brother. Yes, well, I suppose that is that. I must continue my studies, and you, your training. I hope to have something new for both of us very soon. Until then, my friend. Mithril Tempest.
Yes, that is the second part of your AoE spam. You get a 2-part AoE spam. Woohoo!
Is Overpower the first part?
Correct.
Okay.
Overpower is a cone.
Yes.
Missile Tempest is a full AoE swing.
Yeah, I was noticing that it seemed to be. Maybe that'll do. Maybe. Okay.
I think what we need in order of business now is to kind of make our way back to Quarthus so we can do Dragoon next time.
Yes.
How's that sound?
I like this.
Do our transition back. Zoom zoom. And I'm purposely holding on Pugilist so we can do all the monks back to back later.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Mr. Ferry Skipper. We want to go back to Limsa Lumenza. I know it's a crazy place, but that's where we need to go. Maybe after we do... Ah, you're on, fellow?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe next week, after you do Dragoon, we can do a couple dungeon runs for level up and gear. I don't know. Or we can get back on the MSQ.
Or we can revisit Wineport.
Oh, true. True. We do need to open that stuff up in Wineport. We kind of past leveled it, and I'm not sure how or why.
By the way.
Oh, did I catch you?
Several times.
Sorry.
Come on, get going.
I'm going. Also, keep in mind I'm in... Maybe I should just shift down to Pugilist. Ninja's great. It natively runs faster than any other class in the game.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks when you're following someone. Well, now that I got that one kind of lecture video out of the way, I didn't know if there was any other videos you guys would like me to edit up that you guys might be interested in. I'm good at answering questions. I'm not necessarily good at coming up with questions, if that makes sense. Because I did have fun putting it together. I'm sad that over a month it's had about 9 views, and that's about it. But that is the way of things. At least it's out there. No one would view it if I didn't actually put it out.
Yes.
I mean, I've thought about my obligatory things I like and things I don't like about the game. I thought about making a kind of in-depth series on the squadrons and trust.
That could be an interesting
But I'd like a little help getting some information on that. Because I've heard some things and it's like, okay, it seems to collaborate, but I want actual physical, yes, this is actually how it works. And figuring out how to test that out. Another one I thought of, which would be kind of time, so I'd need to kind of do it sometime soon, would be going into the next expansion. These are all the guns on mantelpieces that they've got scattered around story-wise.
Yeah, the dangling plot threads part could be interesting.
Main couple I can think of that we currently have dangling. There's actually several, but now they've suddenly escaped my brain, like flying pigeons on fire.
Well, we've got all the kind of main stuff they're obviously going to be trading on.
Yeah, I'm talking...
what's going on inside the Empire, and of course, related to that would be, where is Estinian?
Yeah, Estinian will be coming in, and what has he been doing this entire time?
Yes.
I'm sure they're going to fill that in. I was thinking of things a little more obscure, like, what happened to all those clones of Emmett? Remember, there's an entire warehouse of freaking clones of Emmett sulking in the Garlean Empire somewhere.
They're Emmett sulking somewhere.
actually, Tataru is on the job. Tataru and Kryl are currently off tracking down Estinian.
Right. I'm trying to think if there's any other NPCs that have kind of gone missing on us. Or at least unaccounted for.
One that I'm sure will probably be answered in 5.5, but I want to find out for sure, is dealing with Unukali.
Yeah, well, pretty much everything to deal with where we might be going on.
Well, there's one specific line that has me worried with Unukali. I'm assuming you all have followed Theron and Rylea as they go through the content while it is current. They've actually touched on the Unukali quest chain. And the Nomu, I forget her name, Beklug?
Yes.
Made a comment in very much passing that's like, ooh, that just opened up a can of worms. So Unukali is a warrior of light from what was once the 13th and is now the world of darkness. It's the world that's been
the void,
consumed by the void. They are pretty much in the same state that the Scions were in when they were running around the First. They were spirits that had sucked up enough aether to somewhat fake a physical body. But this was not going to last. Unukali is in the same position, and Beklug at one point turns to the Warrior of Light and basically tells him flat-faced, at some point you're going to have to create a body for him. I'm like, wait, what? Or something akin to, you're going to have to compensate so he can have a physical form. And it's like, that can take so many different meanings and directions in this game.
Yeah.
One that's partially dangling is, now that we are no longer on the First, do we still have access to Fail-Ul? And is she still going to she still going to follow us around? I mean,
well, presumably yes.
I mean, I totally don't mind Fail-Ul coming along for the ride. She'd probably think it quite grand. And probably angry if we don't bring them along.
It was definitely.
And Fail-Ul angry at us is not a happy thing. We know, it's happened several times before. Fortunately, we've usually been able to deflect it onto other things. It's like, Fail-Ul, I'm sorry, it's their fault. Yeah, you go, girl. But I know there's been several others.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what they are. Even in class quest stuff, they've wrapped up most of the class quest stuff pretty well with the follow-up quests that you can do once you finish the Shadowbringer stuff, which is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
I will state the warrior quest for Stormblood really made me go, yeah, I give up. Theron's a warrior. He will just have to face facts now. Yeah, Fail is adorable.
Yeah.
Adorable even when they are angry.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some Beast Tribe stuff that is wrapping up in interesting ways, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is one thing, of course. This will be continuing part of the main story, is, of course, we're looking at what can be done about tempering and Just the endless cycle of primal summons.
Yeah. But I know there was more, and I should probably write them down. Hello, Chaos! Yep. Welcome to the stream! We're actually just winding down, mostly because it's past Ladonia's bedtime.
Yes, it's just the slow booting to Corythus that's doing it.
Yeah, we're slow booting to Corythus.
Slow booting.
Urza takes exception to that.
I'm sorry, Urza, even at start then a port, and we use you anyway because we love you.
But yeah, we're setting up for next week, which will be the Dragoon class quest.
Job quest.
Yeah. Oh, thank you
level
very
40.
much for the follow. That is awesome. I do hope you enjoy the show. What's left of it, anyway. Right now, we're discussing what smoking guns / hanging plot threads the game currently has going into Endwalkers.
Particularly the less obvious, main focus ones.
Well, even
coming up with all the main focus ones.
Even the non-main focus ones, there's
well, that's what I mean, is the non-main focus.
And I know there's several, I just need to sit down and, write them out or something.
Yeah.
Yes, that actually is a big one, is where the frick is Hildy? Because you know he's going to show up ass up in somewhere along the line.
He'd better.
Excuse me. But yeah, that is actually a huge one. Where the frick is Hildy?
Yeah. More with...
I did like the fact that we do get him as a cameo in Hero's Gauntlet. That was awesome.
Yes. Yes.
If you're lucky and know where to look. Unfortunately, most people run the place so fast that he despawns before you even get there. Actually, that is a huge one. Talking about Elidibus.
Yes.
Elidibus, of course, we took care of, and he's currently now trapped in the Crystal Tower on the 1st. And everyone's like, hey, we defeated him, we no longer have to worry about him. Dude, he's trapped. That does not mean he is dead and gone, unlike some of the other Ascians we have dealt with. We did not sunder him in the same sort of way. We simply contained him. And something contained can become uncontained. So that's a big glaring one. I am really happy with the resolution they came up with Graha. I know a lot of fans really take
fanboy. Grandpa fanboy.
Yeah, Grandpa fanboy. There's a lot of people who really love Grahadia. I like him, but not in the same way. He will never be my husbando.
And
but it's nice having well,
true. That's not a.
That's not a real spot.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have your number one fan following you around to adult fanish things upon you.
Mm-hmm.
But having Crystal Grandpa around is like, yeah. When he dropped as part of the trust at the end of the last pack cycle, you could probably go back through the footage on YouTube. I squealed.
Yeah. Now, one of the...
Because it was unexpected.
One of the things I would like to see them do something with / about is Yustola. She is burning her candle at both ends.
This is true, so that she can see. That is going to be something that's going to come home to roost sometime. So, yeah. Hi, Yale.
And maybe see her sister outside of the pure job quests. See them interacting in more the main story side of things.
This is also true. Actually, seeing the whole Wolf Brigade back in action would be interesting, considering that opens up an interesting can of worms story-wise, where one of the things the story has been going on about for a long time is that very few people have jobs as opposed to classes in the world.
Yeah.
And now we're starting to see a break from that. You're starting to... There's an entire squadron of actual summoners that are connected to Ul'dah. Of course, Dragoon is a pretty common class in Ishgard.
Mm-hmm. Just not at the level of Azure Dragoon.
Yeah, just not... There's only one Azure Dragoon. Actually, there's two Azure Dragoons, but technically that title doesn't exist anymore because that was all about who was connected to the Eye of Nidhogg, and the Eye of Nidhogg is bye-bye.
Yeah, the point is, you know, Dragoons that have been powered up by that, and frankly, you and Estinian still are, that's about it. So the other Dragoons aren't quite on the same level.
There's a different case for that. If you watch the story correctly, Estinian continues to take the power from Nidhogg's eye. Late in the story, the Warrior of Light switches to Hraesvelgur's eye.
Right.
And that's an interesting plot hole as well that can be looked at.
And there's lots of stuff they could do with the dragons.
There's lots of stuff they can do with the dragons. There is also the fact that Black Mage is starting to get its chains slightly opened up with the Thaumaturge's Guild.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say something, Chaos, because while we're talking about speculation, I don't want to add spoilers. They have released concept art for Estinian for the upcoming. You might want to check it out, but I don't want to say more than that.
Thank you.
Because I don't want to spoil it for Ladonia.
Yes.
But
as I have said, all I want to know about the expansion is its title and when it releases, so that I know what to buy and when to buy it.
But yeah,
everything else I want to discover in game.
I will state that his design changes are very subtle.
Unlike Asta's.
Unlike what?
Asta's.
Oh God, that's a different property altogether. Go away, go away. But if you really look at it, you kind of go, But yeah, the Black Mages are starting to open up. There's some mumblings with the Pagil about opening up a White Mage. So we might see some of the other jobs actually taking effect in the world instead of just the Warriors of Light. Which I'm really hoping for, because there's a real deep part of Theron who would love, even if he had to go and quest and unlock it for every single one, of getting his squad jobs.
To borrow from another property again, does he want to go around giving everyone names?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Anyway, we should probably call it a night.
Yeah, it is 15 minutes past your bedtime. You're going to fall over on your keyboard any moment now. I know you. You clock out hard.
I did that earlier. I'm okay right now, but I'm gonna have problems tomorrow morning at work.
Yeah. Thank God you don't have to take the train up to the city anymore. At least for a while.
At least for the rest of the year.
Yeah, they officially said you're work from home for the rest of the year, which is awesome.
Well, they said no matter what happens, even if, everything goes great, it's all rosy, and we start opening things up, we are not going to expect anyone to go in for the rest of this year.
And you're going to take full advantage of that, aren't you?
Yeah, I might go in once in a while. There has been occasional things of, it would be kind of nice to see each other.
Yeah, your crew's actually pretty tight, so I can completely understand that. Anyway, thank you all very much for coming. Just a reminder, coming up next week on Saturday, we will be doing more Heaven on High with Kaylin in our attempt to reach the top. It's going to take a few attempts. It's going to take a lot of attempts. We've been doing this for, 2 years now? And we still have yet to hit the top. But we are making progress.
Yes.
And then that will start at 9:30 Pacific to 11 Pacific. And then Sunday we will return here for Dragoon questing and probably continuing on MSQ and maybe unlocking some leaves we seem to have forgotten in Wineport. Oops.
Yes.
Until then, and just a reminder, when 5.5 drops, which will be on the 13th, we will start streaming weeknights, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting at 9:30 for Monday and Wednesday, and starting at 10 for Friday, for our mains to go down the main story quest, and also unlocking the new Near Alliance raid. Oh, that is going to be death incarnate. People are poor warriors of light are going to go off like Jiffy Pop containers.
The bullet hell. The bullet hell.
I actually really like the Near raids, but yeah, they are a ball of hurt for the first couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be fun, and if we can actually get a crew together for it, it'll be even more enjoyable. And then I think Weapon is coming in 5.55, but I'm not sure on that. They tend to like to space things out a little. Well, we'll see about that. In any case, you can expect us starting to stream all the new unlock and story content either the night after or some such, as long as it follows the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, because that's just how our schedules work. You guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for coming. Sleep well, stay safe, be well, and we hope to see you next week.
Yes, everyone have a great week, and hopefully see you here on Saturday and Sunday.
Good night, all.
Good night.